Hi everyone, Jules here, and I wanted to do something else. My hands are on full in ink, um, but I wanted to do something else today. And I think it's a great idea, like many of my ideas, when it comes to reading and creativity. So I hope you will enjoy it as much as I am right now in my head, and hopefully soon in real life. This is Chapterly Yours. So a while back, my mom got me this set of bookish postcards. It's 100 postcards, and these are Penguin classics. They came in this beautiful box. I like it very much. And I recently finished reading Wuthering Heights, and well, it's a classic, right? So I thought to myself, well, I want to see the postcard from it. So last night in my bed, I was flipping through these and I realized just how many great books there are. And so many of them I haven't read at all. So, oh, The Idiot by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I mean, those are literally classics. So I decided to do what I always do in cases like this. I decided to take an empty notebook, number the pages from 1 to 100, just how many postcards I have, and see if I can find these on my bookshelves or in my ebook library and read them. So I am very, very excited to start this. I have an empty notebook. I have many of them, but this one is kind of special for this exercise because it came as a gift with a perfume that my parents got me. The perfume brand is called Novelista, and it is literally inspired by books and authors and characters. So there could not be any better notebook that I could use for this one. So I'm gonna leave this first page blank and then put on some stickers, a title. I don't want to call this a challenge. I'm not gonna call this 100 books challenge because for me, a challenge is very competitive. And reading books is not about competition. I will forever and always say that. Reading books is supposed to be joyful and fun and not causing stress and anxiety. So I will think of a name, maybe just simply 100 books or just Penguin classics because who doesn't love Penguin? And actually my home library is full of Penguin editions. So is Penguin also one of my favorite animals? Yes, but you know. So I fixed my pen because apparently it's run dry, and as it always happens, my hands are my hands are dirty now. But that's fine. Oh my God, girl! Just this first page will be a survivor. I like it though. Look at this number 1. It's it's so it went through a lot, but that's fine. So I will keep on numbering these and I will talk. Oh my freaking God. You gotta be kidding me. It's okay. It's okay, Jules. We're currently in my kitchen, which is also my tiny work studio, like a creative work. Is it gonna work? I think you just need some warm up. Anyway, we're currently in my kitchen, like I said, doing this. Can you hear that? That's kind of weird. This is gonna be a try and error kind of page. Oh my God, I'm saying this for the 3rd time, but I cannot focus today. We're in my kitchen, which is my tiny work art studio. I'm painting by numbers for my mom currently, and she got herself this bicycle with basket of flowers in an alley, which is, well, not something I would get myself, but she likes this kind of landscape-ish thingies, so why not? Let's see. This is quite interesting to have this experience with my fountain pen. I got this from my parents when I went to high school, and it's acting out. This is super. It's like universe telling me not to use this pen today, or what is happening. I cracked it open. It should be working. But I got the set. From Parker. I got this pen, and I got the fountain pen and a regular pen, and someone stole my regular pen, so I only have this fountain pen, and I love it. Even though it's acting up sometimes. But then, yes, here we go. It's working. See? I like this page already because it shows that you just have to keep on trying. And that's actually one of the things I disagree with Yoda, because he said, do or do not. There is no try. And I have a beef with that, because if you never try, you'll never know. So cut yourself some slack and give it a try. Okay, I'm gonna go and number the pages right now. And let's see. I do have a lot of those digital book trackers, but these are classics. And in my opinion, the classics deserve a different approach. I do have a paperback tracker for all the books that I read. I started it back in 2024. Was that 13? Okay, 14. But once again, this is something new. It's kind of out of my ordinary reading schedule, so I want to do something very special for this one. Plus, just like you give me an empty notebook and I will always find a reason to fill it out. I have a lot of empty notebooks and I do have a lot of ideas. So for this one, I want to have 1 page per book for my notes, for this basic information like who wrote it, when it was published, what's the genre, and we'll go from there. I have a last 10 pages to number, which is great. And as I was doing this, I thought about aesthetics and perfection for a while. Ever since I started reading more and kind of maybe not necessarily annotating, but just underlining certain quotes. I And on Instagram especially, because I'm not on TikTok, but on Instagram especially, you can see those perfectly annotated books with pens, which I don't understand, because for me it's just a no. But you do you. So I use pencils. 100, yay! See, that's number 100 right here. But we see those perfect things on Instagram, and a lot of people and creators are trying very hard to make sure that their post and art is also like this. But then again, it's just for show for majority of those people. So I learned that perfection when you're creative is not necessarily unattainable, but it shouldn't be your primary goal, at least for me. I am not especially extremely talented painter, or I don't draw like very well, but I like what I do. And all those numbers are different. The ink is, smudged in some places, but it's mine and it's giving me joy. So if something is giving you joy, it doesn't necessarily have to be 100% pleasing for the eyes, right? And this journal will not be like this. Definitely not. Just like my underlining in the book, I'm not using like rulers or anything to make a straight line. I'm just straight on doing whatever I am. And I'm mainly reading in bed, in bath, on my sofa. I'm not having the book supported on something hard. So it's never going to be extremely beautiful, but it is to me. So a win is a win. Okay, we have 100 pages annotated here with numbers, and there's still a good amount of blank pages left. So what I think I will do is, as I go through all those wonderful books, I will just put some quotes in here. And again, it will be corresponding just to these books. It will be different than my commonplace notebooks that I have. A couple of those quotes probably will be written in all three places. This is my common book place on everything. And the themes here are quite different. It's art, love, longing, dreams, life, artificial intelligence as well, wisdom, mental health, death. There is a lot of those in here. This one is about telling stories. I was deliberate in not using the word storytelling because I feel like it's everywhere, but telling stories sounds a little better in my head. And there is already so much. I have Hokusai, I have Andor, Edvard Munch, the book I'm reading, I Am a Strange Loop. I have quotes from Van Gogh. I have pages on poetry, folklore, fable, fairy tale, freedom, rebellion, Peter Pan, writing. And it's those quotes in here are ways of telling stories. So this is different. For this one, for this little black book, I will just use quotes from all of those amazing books, and then I will figure out what to do with these postcards. I feel like I would love to send them to someone. So maybe I will. Maybe, who knows, but maybe some of those books will make me think of someone, and then can send them the postcard saying that I read this book and I thought about you. It's a different type of love language. So probably quotes or some interesting thoughts I had while reading, and we'll go from there. Now what I will do, I will take a little break for work, and in the meantime, I will fill out the notebook with the title of the book and the author, and then it will come the time to see if I have those books, if I read them recently, and if I have them as an ebook or maybe audiobook. And if I don't, then it's either library or buying them. So we'll see. Anyway, a little pause right now, and I will be back in a moment. But before I go, I want to show you guys my little tiny art studio. Here is the painting that my mom got for herself. It should look something like this. I learned a lesson with this painting by numbers that it will never be perfect. There will always be some mistakes, but it's fine. I have my paints here, White Teeth. I started reading it last night and it was cool. And also my plants. I'm trying to root them. Is that the word? I'm trying to... Okay, this one arrived to me with no roots, which was super weird. And I'm trying to save it, so we'll see if it's gonna work. If it's not, then it's fine. I will figure it out, but I also wanted to show you, I'm not going outside because maybe it's not too cold, but I'm still like having my cold. But look, the tiny yellow flowers came out, which is a sign of spring. I'm pretty sure I have tulips somewhere too, but they are not out yet. But spring is coming, guys. Tales from the 1001 Nights. This is gonna be special because my mom gave me her set of 9 books from this series, and they are so beautiful. She got them from her mother-in-law and gave it to me. And first of all, I didn't know that there are 9 volumes to it. And second, it's just a beautiful edition full of pictures. And I'm very, very excited to give it a go. So I'm back. The notebook is ready. But before we go in there, before I show it to you guys, I want to show you all the books, maybe not all, but some of them that will be a little harder to track, which makes it even more exciting. For example, there is early Irish myths and sagas, which sounds very Irish folklore, and the stories rooted in folklore sounds insanely interesting. So I'm very, very excited to see if I will be able to track these down in Polish libraries or in Polish stores. So we'll see. We have Shen Fu, Six Records of a Floating Life. The cover of this one is absolutely beautiful. The title itself is very interesting. Floating Life sounds very peaceful, kind of what we could all use right now, but we'll see. I have to go and check if, because definitely not in my library as of now. I did a little walkthrough of my library today, and I do have a lot of books out of those 100. However, there are still some that I'm missing. I will definitely buy some, but I don't think I will get all of them because that would be just insane, even for me. I do wanted to show you guys Dauday. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. Letters from My Windmill. Not necessarily because it might be hard to track, but just how beautiful this postcard is. I love, that's very, it was very disturbing for me at one time reading someone else's letters. I did read Van Gogh's letters to his brother. I read Emily Dickinson letters, and they are just so beautiful. So there is a big degree of poetry in those letters. So kind of strange feeling reading someone else's letters, but they are so beautiful. I hope I'm not violating anyone with that. Another one that might be hard to track is the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, translated by Peter Avery and John Heath Stubbs. No idea what this book is about. Looks like a love story to me. But I mean, I am on a mission. It's going to be a lifelong mission because I don't need a timeline on this one. Definitely no. So I'm waiting when I will be done in a couple of years, maybe a decade with these. We will sit down together and I will walk you through this this amazing journey. I'm very happy that there is a specific type of poetry, and that is French poetry from 1820 to 1950. So 130 years of French poetry. I like poetry, but I prefer English poetry. So I'm very curious to see how French one across those 130 years will look like. And lastly, this I feel like it will be easy to track. But I'm showing it to you because of the cover and the painting that was chosen here. It's a painting by Klimt. I love it very much. The book is written by Leopold von Sacher-Masoch. I'm probably saying it wrong. And it's called Venice in Verse. And there you have it. One of my favorite, most acclaimed paintings by Gustav Klimt. Love it. My mom called me when I was recording and she just rudely cut me off. But I'm here to tell you about the journal itself. I got some stickers on it, which I adore. I filled out all the titles and gave it some underline with pastel watercolor crayons I got for my birthday from a friend. And I also wanted to show you the 3 pages and 3 postcards that are kind of checked from the list. There is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Wuthering Heights, of course, obviously. But this is how it's going to look like. There is a title, of course, the year of publication. And fun fact with this one was that I got this book in Notting Hill in London, and it was kind of a blind date with a book, and I just loved it. For Wuthering Heights, I don't have any special story. Really, the postcard is stunning. I just played with some themes, my thoughts, and this was kind of fun. You know, this is not gonna have a typical like structure, I would say. It's going to depend on my mood. And lastly, John Milton's Paradise Lost, wicked postcard, I would say. I love it. And just my thoughts. Obviously, I made some mistakes, as you can see, but who cares? It's my journal anyway. So just themes and the character of Satan, which I think everyone rooted for. So 5 out of 5. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to follow me on this journey. It will take a long time, and I'm super excited for it because I will continue to repeat it in every single video I make. Reading is not a race, it's not a competition, not for me. So, tracking down these books, reading them can take years, not even months, but years. And I'm excited because it's something to look forward to, and it is a real journey. And I cannot wait to fill out this diary in front of me and share it all with you guys. I will keep you posted on the books that I have in my library and the ones that I will have to track down one way or another, perhaps borrowing from libraries or my friends who will happen to have these particular ones. It's exciting, and I'm really happy and very thankful to my mom that she bought me these postcards because such a tiny thing and makes me so happy. Thank you guys for staying and following on the beginning of this reading journey. I hope we will meet soon and I will have some further news about the 100 postcards, aka 100 books that I will read in the course of my life. See you.